What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of It's Howling Time with the Howling Wolf. Here again to give you selections for April 16th, 2022. The track that I'm going to do is going to be Keeneland. It's going to be race number 10. It is the Jenny Wiley Stakes, Grade 1 for a $500,000 purse, going a mile and 1/16 distance on the turf. We got a field of 6 running. I'm going to be giving you my top selection, my price horse, and my alternate in case of a scratch. But before I do that, I'm going to be playing you my intro music, then I'm going to go right to the races. So again, I'm going to be giving you my top selection, my price horse, and my alternate in case of a scratch. Again, we got a field of 6 horses running. For my top, fillies running, excuse me. For my top selection, it is going to be the number 4, Regal Glory, and more on odds of 7-5. It is by Animal Kingdom out of a More Than Ready mare. Last time this one ran was on January 29th at Gulfstream Park on the turf, going a mile and 1/16 distance in the Pegasus World Cup Filly and Turf Stakes for a grade 3 for a $500,000 purse. Was able to get first by 2.5 lengths. Was able to loop 5 wide. It had a mile drive and ran it all the way through and hit it right at the wire. The time before that, it ran on November 28th at Del Mar, going a mile distance on the turf in the Matriarch Stakes for a $400,000 purse, grade 1. Was able to get first by 2.5 lengths in that race. Had speed up and cleared, and never looked back and inched away closer and closer all the way through for a great win. The workouts have been on April 1st, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 48.4 seconds breezing. Was the 6th best out of the 60 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on April 10th, going 5 furlongs on the turf at Keeneland, on a good turf, went in 1 minute, 0.02.8 seconds breezing, was the best out of the 8 workouts that day. Well, I see what this filly's going to have to do. This filly really knows how to get into position well and come up strong in these races, especially these stakes races. So for a good shot that this one may come in, and also is keeping Jose Ortiz aboard, which Jose Ortiz has come in quite a bit of times aboard this filly. And in the money, I see like 3 to 4 times, and that's it. But knows how to get this horse. If this filly could get this into position well enough, you should see her coming up strong and late with a great late kick. If no issues coming around, it's going to be a short field, so there should not be any issues, and could probably hold off a good strong win at a short price. So again, for my top selection in the Jenny Wiley Stakes, race number 10 at Keeneland, it is the number 4 Regal Glory at morning odds of 7 to 5. Now for my price horse in this race. My price horse is going to be the number 2, Wiley at morning odds of 6 to 1. She is by the heart out of a Sea the Stars mare. The last time this mare ran, was back on October 17th at Woodbine in the E.P. Taylor Stakes. Grade 1 for a $600,000 purse, was able to get 4th by a length and a half. Was chasing, got out kicked, was inside to hold off strong and got tired right at the wire, lost the 3rd by that length and a half. The workouts have been on April 2nd, going 5 furlongs on a good track at Keeneland. Did it in 104.4 seconds breezing down. Was 6 out of 6 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on April 10th at Keeneland, going 5 furlongs on a good turf track. Did it in 1 minute 0.03.2 seconds. Breezing down, was the 3rd best out of the 8 workouts that day. Well, I see with this mare has great ability coming from across the pond. Was able to get in that first race, showed the ability that it has, and coming up good. It's getting Umberto Rispoli aboard. So Umberto should know how to knows how to get fillies and horses out into position well and in a great position. With this one being inside, if anything happens, it's just that it's going to be getting, if it can get out there fast, a little faster than usual, and hold off and get a little rest, Umberto Rispoli should be able to get this one out in there in time, out fast, and coming up strong around that second turn on the turf, in which this mare should love turf at all times. Has been in the money, but also has a good win back in September of 2020. Umberto Rispoli will get this mare into position well and fast and strong, and hopefully if it tries to be the pace setter, should try to maybe try this type of technique and get it out there fast and strong to see what abilities it may be able to handle. So again, for my price mare in the Jenny Wiley Stakes, Grade 1, in race number 10 at Keeneland, it is the number 2, Wiley at morning odds of 6 to 1. And now it's time for my alternate, or my third selection in case of a scratch. My third selection or alternate is the number 6, Lady Spitesbear at morning odds of 8 to 1. This filly is by Spikestown out of a theatrical mare. The last time this filly ran was back on March 12th at Tampa Bay Downs on a good track going a mile and 1/8 distance on the turf in the Hillsborough Stakes Grade 2 for a $225,000 purse. Was able to get fourth by 5 1/4 lengths. Was pumped out in there fast, just got tired out at the wire. The time before that, it ran on February 5th at Tampa Bay Downs, going a mile and 1/16 distance on the turf in the Endeavor Stakes Grade 3 Stakes for a $175,000 purse. Was able to get second by a length and a half. Had touched inside well, was up in the lead in the stretch, and tired back down to get second. The workouts have been on April 1st, going 4 furlongs on the turf. Did it in 49.6 seconds breezing. Was the 10th best out of the 18 workouts that day. Then, for the last workout, it was on April 8th, going 5 furlongs on the turf. Did it in 1 minute 01.2 seconds breezing. Was the 3rd best out of the 4 workouts that day. For what this one has some great fractions, goes out fast. This one is to be a speed taker. You gotta try to be out there fast, but being outside may have its issues. We try to be behind a pace setter in this one, because it's always been out. Try to be a pace setter in most of these races and just got tired out. So what's gonna happen? I believe they're gonna have this one be out behind another horse to try to get some leg rest. Then coming up around that second turn, coming up towards the stretch, to come up for a good win or even a good showing. So again, for my alternate or third selection in the Jenny Wiley Stakes, race number 10 at Keeneland, it is the number 6, Lady Spiked Spear, at morningline odds of 8-1. Again, to recap my selections. My top selection is the number 4, Regal Glory, at morningline odds of 7-5. My price horse is the number 2, Wiley, at morningline odds of 6-1. And for my third selection or alternate, in case of a scratch, it is the number 6, Lady Spiked Spear, at morningline odds of 8-1. And if you guys would like to see the races, you could go to rcmtv.tv to watch the races live. And remember, when you're cashing with the wolf, it's howling time. Good luck, everyone, and let's make some money.